Labov. Hello, how are you? I'm Julia, and for this video, I'm going to be doing a book unhaul. I'm not getting rid of very many, only about 20, I think, and a lot of them are like used, or I got from like a fair thing. I went to like a book fair and they were only, it was like their $1 a day. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I struggle with this, so I don't know if going through this is a very good idea. Because obviously I don't miss them. They've been in my car for a couple of weeks and I've just been procrastinating doing this, but I'm gonna do it now, and that's it. The first one is My Friend Leonard by James Frey. I believe this is a book that is a second in a duology, and I do not want to buy the first, so I'm getting rid of it. Next is Nicholas Sparks, See Me. I'm not a huge fan of Nicholas Sparks books, so I got this at Ollie's, apparently. I hardly ever shop at Ollie's, so I read a couple of reviews on this and people did not like it, but I personally like his movies more than his books, so I'm getting rid of this. Hopefully a Nicholas Sparks fan will buy this and enjoy it. Next is Last Man in Tower by Aravind Adiga. A book that I got for $1 that I thought I was going to read, that sounded interesting, but I know that I'm not going to read it, so we are getting rid of it. It has good edges though, like I love these. It's so nice. I actually don't even remember what this is about. See, I can't even, if I can't read the synopsis, I'm not going to read the full book. So I think this is about people, like two guys like warring to create an empire. They're poised for a showdown. I don't know what they're showing down for though. So, saying goodbye. Next is Murder for Halloween. This is a collection of short stories, so it's by numerous authors. I'm not a huge fan of short stories, so I'm getting rid of this because I'm not going to read it. Next is The Court of Blue Shadows by Maynard Allington. Another book that I picked up that I thought I would read because it sounded interesting, but I'm not going to read. I believe this is about a man. He's like searching for his identity. I think it has something to do with Nazis because there's a Nazi symbol. But I don't know. Oh! So this is about a guy who is trying to find out like who he is, I guess, and it takes him on like an adventure, and how like it would help Nazis escape. No, for Nazi war criminals escape. Set against the historical reality of SS medical atrocities, stolen art, and the Odessa apparatus organized for Nazi war criminals escape. I don't know what that is. So hopefully someone enjoys this who does know what that is or just wants to read it. Next is Birdman by Mo Hader. I don't know what this is about. It's also an arc. It's all, ugh. It doesn't sound fun. I don't know why I picked this up. Because okay, I know why I picked this up. This is about like a murder, and I like watching that stuff, but I think I'm realizing I don't like reading about it. I'm not a huge like horror book fan, so I don't know. Hopefully someone picks this up that enjoys that stuff, that likes to read that. Next is The Bookman's Tale by Charlie Lovett. I don't know if I want to get rid of this one. it sounded interesting. This man's wife dies, and he moves to the English countryside, and he goes to a museum, I think, and he finds this painting of a woman that looked exactly like his wife. So he goes on like an adventure to like try to find out who this woman was, or is. I'm assuming was. Trying to find out where the picture comes from, and it takes him past dangerous clues. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I obviously wanted to get rid of it for a reason, and I don't need to keep it. So, getting rid of it. I was going to keep this, and then I read some reviews on Goodreads, and they were only 3 stars. And I'll probably say this later in the video, but I'm sick of reading just like okay books like that average at 3 stars. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I think it's a waste of time. So I got rid of this one. Next is Mealy Labov by Ken Wells. Another book that I got for $1 that sounded interesting, that I thought I would read, that I'm not going to. So, saying goodbye. Next is Once Upon a Marigold by Jean Ferris. This is part of a series. It's the first one in a series, and I don't want to read the second one, so I'm not going to read the first one because I'm not going to do that to myself. So, saying goodbye. Next is Papillon by Henry Scherrer. I totally butchered all of that. Another thing that I picked up that I thought I would want to read, and I do want to read it, but I also don't want to read it. I don't know if I would enjoy this, so I'm just going to get rid of it, and someone else can enjoy it and, like, know that they enjoy it. But, like, also, I'm intimidated by it, and the print is tiny, so I mean, it sounds like a good book, and I think it's a classic. It is a classic, but I don't wanna. Next is Getting to Third Date by Kelly McClimber. I got rid of this last time, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna get rid of it. I kind of want to read it because it sounded cute, and then I read Goodreads reviews, and people were like, this was awful. Also, it bothers me that it says getting to third date and not getting to the third date. I don't know why it says that. I could be like an idiot for some reason, but I don't like it. So, getting rid of it. Next is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is a book that I got because it's something that everyone talks about and like seems to love. But I don't really want to read a book about a woman who travels and eats and prays and falls in love. I don't know why, I just don't think I'll ever pick this up. So hopefully someone else does and enjoys it. Next is Nights in Rodanthe by Nicholas Sparks. Another book that I'm not going to read Nicholas Sparks, so we're saying goodbye to Nicholas Sparks. Next is The Tiger Wife by Taya Obert. I hope that's how you say that. This sounded really depressing, and I don't want to read depressing books anymore, so hopefully someone can read this and enjoy it. Next is The Dress Lodger by Sherry Holman. Another book that is really good. I've read reviews, and everyone, like, talks about it. Said, like, raves about it, is like, oh my god, this is so good, but it's really depressing. So as I said, I don't want to read depressing things, so I'm getting rid of this. Next is A Twisted Ladder by Rhodey Hawk. I don't know why I'm getting rid of this. I think it's because it's horror, but I don't know. I'm just getting rid of it. It sounds interesting, but again, don't think I'll ever pick it up. Next is Pivot Point by Casey West. Casey West, I think I've read like 1 or 2 of her books. I have another one on my shelf that I haven't read yet. It just came out. I think it's called Sunkissed. And I picked up fill-in boyfriend, and I read, I think, 10 pages, and I got rid of it because I didn't like it. And I know some people are going to be like, why wouldn't you read farther? But I wanted to punch the girl. I did not like the main girl, and I'm not reading things I don't want to read anymore. So this is also part of a series, and I'm not reading series. I'm not starting any series anymore until I can read the ones that are already on my shelf. So, saying goodbye. Next is Catch by Will Leach. This is another book that I've had on my shelf, I think, for a while. I actually got this like a half hour from here. Scholastic, like their warehouse, or one of their warehouses, I'm not exactly sure. They have like a sale every like 6 months, and I got it there. I got it for, I think, for like a couple bucks, and I read the Goodreads reviews, and they're not very good, so I'm getting rid of it because it doesn't really pique my interest anymore, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Next is Uncommon Sense by Pauline Jaquish. Sorry. This is a book of like short stories again. I don't like short stories. I don't know who this woman is. I think she's a comedian, but I just don't want to read them. So I'm going to get rid of it, but I thought this was cute. It says, to Wayne, the cutest cowboy ever, or something. The cutest cowboy I know, and then she signed it. So hopefully someone who knows this author and is like, I love her, they can find it and enjoy it. Or maybe Wayne will find it again. My eyes are super puffy, but I want to know why Wayne got rid of it. Did he like pass away and his family was like, forget this? Like, what happened? Wayne, Cowboy Wayne, why did you get rid of your signed book? Why would you do that? And why would his family do that? I would be like, I would make it so obvious. I'd be like, don't get rid of that. Like, she signed it for me. If an author that like I loved signed a book for me, like, I'd be so upset. Like, Ghost me would be pissed, you know? Next is Compound by S.A. Bodine. Another thing, I think this is a duology, and it does sound interesting to me, but I don't want to read it because I just don't want to. It does, like I said, it sounds interesting. It kind of gives me Mockingjay vibes, like when they're in District 13, but in this one, it's not like a community of people, it's just their family, and they're in like a kind of like a doomsday bunker, and their dad won't let them out. So I just don't want to read it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's great. I actually haven't read any reviews on this, so, but it'll go to a new home, a good home, hopefully. Next is If I Have a Wicked Stepmother, Where Is My Prince by Melissa Cantor. I got this at Five Below years ago, and I thought I would read it, and I haven't picked it up, so I'm getting rid of it. It was just like a buy. You know how like you see things and you're like, oh, that sounds interesting. It's cheap, let me get it, and then you never read it. That's what this is. So hopefully it goes to a good home. Next is Penelope by Marilyn Kay. I think this, because it says adapted from screenplay, I think this is a book from a movie, which is fine. I really enjoyed the movie. I actually love the movie, but I don't want to read the book, so I'm getting rid of it. But it is a super cute movie. You should watch it. Next is Peeps by Scott Westerfield. I don't even know what this is about. This dude gets infected with a parasite. It's part of a series, and I'm not gonna read it, so we're getting rid of it. And lastly is Calling Romeo by Alexandra Potter. I got this so long ago. I think I was like 10 or 11. My mom and I went to Plato's Closet when they were selling books, and this was there. I got a book. She didn't look at it. She didn't, it was just kind of like, here, Mom, I want this. And she was like, whatever. So I never picked it up. And I'm definitely not going to read it. I read some Goodreads reviews, and they're not good. So, just found one of my old bookmarks. I had to fold it in half for some reason. But this is a new adult, I think. And I definitely shouldn't have had it. But I didn't read it, so... yeah, that's it. That's what I'm getting rid of. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I've been MIA because I just have had no motivation. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow all of my social medias, which will be linked down below. And, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, that's it. Bye.